previously. Man is given a completely new life as an overpowered mage. At the age of 15, he enrolls in an academy for gifted mages where he instantly shows everyone that he is the strongest person around. He finds out about a powerful teacher called Strom who is turning students into demonoids, which are humans who became demons. Strom also drags two kingdoms into war, only to get a chance to attack a city that is left defenseless with his demon army. Several days later, the capital of Blusphia is completely devastated by the demons. Strom himself appears before the king, killing him on the spot. Dominic and Rupert are leading an investigation force to see what is going on in Blusphia, but they make contact with Strom, who is now leading a small army of demonoids. Not standing a chance against them, they are forced to withdraw and report what they found to Decium. Alfred brings the news to Shin and his classmates, telling them that in face of the demonoid threat, they will be conducting joint training exercises with the knights. Apparently, the mages and the knights do not really see eye to eye, which they hope to amend with this. On their way to the training grounds, they are split into teams. Shin's team is joined by 4 knights in training. Since the start, it becomes apparent that the knights do not like working together with them. August reprimands them, explaining how important it is to cooperate if they want to stand a chance against demons. Upon arriving at their destination, they are greeted by Siegfried and Christina, who are there to oversee them. Once they run across their first demon, the knights make a poor showing of their skills as they are saved by Shin stepping up and killing the monster with one blow. Cicely uses her healing magic to tend to their wounds, instantly becoming the favorite of the male knights. Shin is getting frustrated by them constantly trying to get closer to Cicely. At that point, a large amount of demons is detected rushing towards their destination. With there being so many of them, Shin offers to handle them all at once. Siegfried agrees, leaving it to Shin while making sure no one is getting in the way of his magic. Using this as a chance to vent his frustrations, Shin releases magic of such devastating power that it kills all the demons at once, destroying a chunk of the forest in the process. Realizing just how powerful Shin is, Miranda apologizes to him for being rude before, also apologizing to Cicely, thinking she's his girlfriend. From their reaction, it is apparent to everyone that they have feelings for each other. The rest of the joint exercises went smoothly, with all of the teams managing to forge a better bond between mages and knights. After the exercises are over, everyone from the Ultimate Magic Study Group meets up. August explains how once they have graduated from the academy, everyone except for Shin will be placed into a special unit under his direct command, simply because they are becoming such powerful mages. While Shin is bummed out for directing their lives, everyone else seems to be very excited for being able to have a secured future. Since they will become a special unit, they ask of Shin to teach them even more of his magic. Shin agrees and brings them to the place where he always practiced magic on his own, since it is safe and far out of sight from anyone. There, August tells them that the demonoids have laid waste to the Blusphia kingdom, completely killing all of their nobles and most of their citizens. Not only that, but with every town they destroy, more demonoids raised to their ranks. In order to stand against the demonoids, other nations have to form a coalition. Realizing how dire the situation is, Shin decides to spend their summer break training them. While trying to figure out where they will stay, they decide on Cicely's hot spring resort, which is ran by her family. Upon learning of their plans, Merlin and Melinda decide to come along. On their way there, they are attacked by some demons. While trying to decide who will fight them, Lynn wins the draw. She easily dispatches the demons, but Shin still finds tips to give her on how to improve. After arriving at Cicely's estate, they are all greeted warmly by her subjects. There they finally get to relax, enjoying some downtime in the hot springs. The summer training is coming along nicely. Merlin is teaching them how to increase the amount of magic power they can control. Melinda is teaching them how to create powerful enchantments, and Shin is teaching them combat magic. Seeing how everyone is working hard to improve, Shin gets motivated to make himself even stronger, so he could face against Strom when the time comes. Having to return to the castle for a bit, August borrows Shin and his gate magic to get him there quickly. There, Shin meets August's fiancée, Elizabeth, and his little sister May, and both of them do not like the fact that he keeps leaving them behind while doing stuff with Shin. While hanging out together, August convinces Shin to make his move on Cicely. After they introduce May and Elizabeth to everyone, Shin seeks out Cicely to speak with her in private. The two of them finally open up entirely, confessing their love for each other. Unfortunately for them, their first kiss gets ruined by everyone who snuck up on them to spy on a special moment. The next day, they spend some time training while playing games on the beach, before telling stories of their past to each other late into the night. Their stories get interrupted by Melinda, who is making sure to keep them all in line. Cicely asks Shin for a favor, having him use his gate magic to visit her parents. There they announce the fact that they are dating to them. While their parents are happy about it, her mother explains that she is the daughter of a viscount, and as such she cannot be permitted to date without being officially engaged. This does not discourage Shin, who is prepared to be engaged to Cicely. While watching everyone practice their magic, August's little sister May expresses her wish to join the training herself. After Merlin and Melinda assess her magic power, it turns out she has an amazing potential for magic. After the training is over, Shin puts one of his new magic experiments to the test, during which he is able to successfully make himself float and fly around. Everyone is left completely speechless as they have never seen that sort of magic before. Shin explains that he saw Strom do that during their fight, so he had to develop it in order to counter him. Later in the evening, Shin and Cicely tell Merlin and Melinda that they got engaged. While they figured it would come to this, Merlin and Melinda request to talk with Cicely's parents before they make their engagement public knowledge. While visiting them, they explain that Shin is actually not their grandson, revealing the truth behind Shin's origin, with Merlin taking him in as a baby left behind from a demon attack. Melinda is worried that this might affect their decision about allowing him to marry their daughter, but Cicely's parents dismiss such thoughts, telling her that they approve of Shin because of who he is as a person, and how he treats Cicely, not because of his bloodline. The next day, everyone from the Ultimate Magic Study Group gets a new set of uniforms enchanted with improved defensive magic cast by Shin personally. In order to put the gear to a test, they head out to hunt down a catastrophic class demon. While doing so, they are all surprised to see just how strong they got from all the training they did this summer. Finally, the time comes for Shin and Cicely's engagement party. All of their friends, family, and lots of important people show up, including King Decium himself, who bears witness to their engagement, wishing them all the best. Strom is finished destroying the Bluefia's empire, having used the commoner's frustrations towards the nobility to turn them into demonoids and kill all opposition. Many of the new demonoids under his command desire more destruction, but Strom declares that his only goal was to ruin the empire. If they wish to continue their conquest towards other nations, they are free to do so on their own. Having heard that, most of the demonoids leave with the goal of doing just that. Milia wonders what drove Strom to hold such hatred towards the empire. He decides to tell everyone of his past, revealing that he used to be a noble within the Bluefia's empire. He was rising in popularity thanks to his benevolent nature and kind treatment of his subjects. Seeing him as a threat to their way of life, other nobles conspired against him. Eventually, they put their plan in motion, luring him away from his domain for a long period of time. During that time, they began spreading disinformation and kidnapping his subjects, leaving behind evidence as if Strom was the one behind those deeds. On the eve of his return, they sparked a riot in his domain. His own subjects ended up burning down his estate, killing his pregnant wife and unborn child. He arrived too late to do anything for the two of them, and in that moment he lost control of his magic, killing all of his subjects that were nearby. The massive amount of rage and regret he felt twisted him into a demonoid, swearing that he will enact his revenge upon the entire empire, as it does not deserve to exist. One of his more powerful demonoid subjects, Lawrence, talks with Zest about Strom's past, saying how he believes that Strom was entirely in the right to do what he did, considering what he went through. But Zest is worried that Strom might lose his purpose now that he achieved his main objective. In order to make sure he has a goal to work towards, Zest suggests to Lawrence that he takes the demonoids who desire more destruction and conquers the Kingdom of Swede, which is a small land bordering the Earlshield Kingdom. This will most likely lure out Shin, and getting to face Shin is bound to motivate Strom. During August's coronation as the Crown Prince, a messenger arrives from the Kingdom of Swede, bringing news about the demonoid attack they are experiencing. August takes charge of the situation, declaring to the public that his special unit will go ahead and assist the Swede Kingdom in their hour of need. At that moment, they turn the Ultimate Magic Study Group members into August's special unit, having Shin give them the name Ultimate Magicians. The capital of the Swede Kingdom is attacked by the demonoids. Thanks to the enchanted gear August allowed them to borrow ahead of time, they are able to slow down the assault. But even so, they do not stand any chance. Shin and his team are flying towards Swede as fast as they can, since Shin cannot open a gate to a place he has not visited before. When they arrive, a large portion of city is already in ruins. Shin sends Cicely to help the injured with her healing magic, while the rest of the team disperses to protect the survivors and hunt down demonoids. Demonoids are overconfident in their power, which makes them easy targets for the skilled Ultimate Magicians. Working in pairs, the magicians are quickly eradicating the entire strike force of demonoids. Lawrence is observing Shin's abilities from a safe spot, astonished by the amount of magic power he is wielding. He finally realizes why Strom was so wary of Shin. Seeing how the situation is developing, Zest asks Milia to assist Lawrence so he can retreat with the remaining demonoids. When Milia enters the battlefield, it becomes clear that she is a demonoid in an entirely different league than the rest. Lawrence notices Milia engaging in combat against the Ultimate Magicians, using this chance to issue a full retreat. Shin sees the demonoids retreat and wants to stop them from doing so, but then he notices that some of his friends are struggling in their battle, Focusing on helping his friends, he rushes to their side, arriving just in time to save them from Milia. Two of them clash against each other, and Milia quickly realizes that Shin is extremely dangerous, as a moment of hesitation could cost her life. With almost all of the ultimate magicians arriving to the scene, Milia figures it is time to withdraw if she is to live. Lawrence jumps in to cover her retreat, making her create a large explosion. The explosion forces Shin to focus on protecting his friends so they would not get vaporized by it, allowing Milia and Lawrence to escape from the city. Schramm was observing the entire fight from a distance, making fun of his own subordinates for running away from a failed assault. However, he is glad that things will not be getting boring with someone like Shin around. After confirming that the city is clear of demonoids, Shin goes to help Cicely with her healing efforts. She is struggling to keep a badly injured man alive, as her magic is not potent enough to heal wounds of that magnitude. Shin arrives just in time to cast his magic to heal a man, using his modern knowledge of internal organs and medicine to focus on the critical injuries first. Thanks to him, the man is saved. Cicely feels miserable for having to rely on Shin for everything all the time, but Shin cheers her up, telling her that the man would have died by the time he reached him if it were not for her. The ultimate magicians are thanked by King Swede for their help, and August uses that opportunity to form an official alliance between their kingdoms. As such, they will be able to create a unified front against Strawn and his demonoids. Returning back to Earlshire, the news of their success has already reached here, as they find a welcome-back party waiting for them. Reporting back to the king, they express their desire to visit other nations and travel around the world, as that will allow Shin to create gates to more places so they can arrive quicker in times of need. At the same time, August will improve diplomatic relations with other nations to make them more unified against the demonoids. Decium approves of their decision, and with Merlin's and Melinda's blessing, the ultimate magicians set out onto their journey. Hey, thank you for staying all the way till the end. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. It takes only a second, but it means everything to us. Have a great day, and see you in the next video.